This is the Weigh-In Podcast by Benoit Chestnut.
And Sebastian Romero.
And on this week's Weigh-In, we're going to start off with the disclaimer. We're letting loose. So we're breaking down on today's episode the comments on the video of Sebastian Romero's video on Angelino Cordova and Yankiel Rivera.
Yes, sir.
So if that is not the title, it is. And that is this week's weigh-in. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So first and foremost, they said that Yankiel, along the lines of Yankiel Rivera, was going to win the fight. Listen, I don't need to go back and forth with the rest of you. Yankiel Rivera is not going to win the fight. Very simple. As I pull up the comments, very simple. Yankiel is not going to win the fight. Just that simple. There's no other way to do it. Yankiel is not going to win the fight. He's not. And if there's anybody that disagrees with me, well, you can take your opinion and you can put it back where it came from. And that's going to be the next thing I'm going to say on this epi. So, as I pull up these comments in this epi, let's see what we could do, huh? As we head to the channel, eh? And we're going to pull it up.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? We're going to find a mystery.
Oh, yeah. Scooby-Ooby-Doo. All right.
Oh.
He says, Edwin Muriel 9620 says, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. It seems like you really like Cordova, but Yankiel Rivera is a beast. Yankiel is going to beat Angelino up and take his belt. I'm sure about that. Hold up, brother. We're going to break it down because this is the weigh-in. First of all, Angelino doesn't have any belts, so you're wrong. Fact check yourself, buddy, because you don't know what you're talking about. Angelino doesn't have a belt. It's a title eliminator fight. So what they're going for is a vacant. It's not something he already has or something somebody can take. And second of all, you're talking about a guy that's got 6 fights. How many fights does Angelino have? A lot more than 6 fights. So when you talk about Angelino, you put some respect on it because you're saying this guy, Yankiel, 6 fights, is going to take Angelino's belt. Belts that he does not have that you're saying he's going to take. That you're saying he's going to take his belts. Belts that he doesn't have. So now you don't even know what you're talking about. You're just going in there wanting to run your mouth because you want to feel important. Well, go ahead. Feel important, buddy. But the truth is, a guy who's got 6 fights up against a guy who's got experience and has been in probably what most would say has been around some of the best technically sound boxing trainers on the market have been in this guy's corner, and you're telling me that, Yankiel Rivera is going to beat him up and take the belts he doesn't have? So that's comment number 1, man. And this replies like crazy. And we got another one who put it, Chino Martinez. 6411. I hope you're right. So now you say, I hope you're right. So what you mean? So now your other buddy says, I hope you're right. You hope, which means there's that doubt in the mind that Angelino Cordova is going to do exactly what we believe he's going to do to Yankiel Rivera. So we're breaking that down. Then the last guy called Sponge Bobby 57334 says, put your house on it. Interesting. So I just wanted to give you the comments up front to let you know, bang, bang, bang. This is what's going on. I wanted to get that out there right away. So you've got the comments. Now we're going to get into our breakdown. First and foremost, when you come out and you're going to talk, when you got something to say, you better make sure you're right when you say something. What belts is Angelino supposedly giving you? Because first of all, Angelino has never had, and we're going to go ahead and fact check ourselves before we get into this, but we're going to go ahead and hit that MVP and pull it up. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, so we're gonna pull up most valuable primo, and it is a WBA interim flyweight championship. Angelino has never held the WBA belts. Now you're saying he's gonna take belts he's never had? How are you gonna take somebody's belt if they never had it? He could have said he's gonna win that belt, but not take his belt. He never had the WBA belt. Now you're gonna take the belt? You got to fact check yourself. You can't go on there and say Angelino this and that. I would love to know. Does this guy box? How many boxing fights you watch? You just jumping on a guy because he's Team Jake Paul? Seriously, you're gonna comment on a video like, "Oh, Yacarnel is gonna get this done." Is he? Well, let's see, because we sure are gonna find out on Saturday night if whether Yankiel Rivera's got what it takes to beat Angelino. And if you ask me, he does not have it. He does not have it at all. This is an Angelino fight all day. Okay, many of you don't believe about Angelino. Look at the gym he's in. He's in a gym with Rolly Romero, correct?
Correct.
So you're in the gym with Rolly. We all know what Rolly did to Ryan Garcia. So now it's Angelino's turn to go in there and chalk somebody up. If you ask me, Angelino's going to take his O. We're going to take that O. We're going to snatch his O. We're going to put a 1 on that record. Sorry, Yacarnel, you don't got it, buddy. You don't got it. You don't got it at all.
Exactly. Where is it?
You ask me, I don't think Yacarnel has the fight. But that personally is my side of the opinion. I don't think Yacarnel has got any chance into this fight at all, because that's me. I believe that this is a full, all the way Angelino Cordova fight.
Exactly. I think this comment by Edwin, whatever last name is, I'm not pronouncing it, 9620, and his friend or whoever this guy is, Chino Martinez 641111. I think I think I think you guys are you guys are probably dumb. Not really dumb, but I just think you're probably not really into the boxing game. Because as real boxers, as us as we box and we watch, we know the real difference between a real boxer with 19 wins and 0 losses and a little amateur who only has 7 wins and 0 losses. I think you two who think that Yankiel Rivera is gonna be Angelino, I think you guys are freaking crazy. I think you guys are losing your mind. You probably got dementia or something. But you guys are crazy in the head. If you think Yankiel, a Puerto Rican, is gonna win, you're probably just saying that because he's part of Jake Paul's team. And because you like Jake Paul and you take Jake Paul seriously, you are probably just saying that because he's in Jake Paul's team. And it doesn't matter if he's on Jake Paul's team. Not because just because he's in Jake Paul's team is gonna mean he's gonna win. Because he's not good. I've seen all his boxing matches. He does not fight good. Rivera doesn't know nothing, bro. He has to become better. Angelino, been training since he was 7 years old, young. Angelino's been in the Olympics in Venezuela. He's been in the Olympics and everything. Angelino has so much in his career. And yes, that's true. Angelino doesn't have any belts, like the quote of Bellachesta says. Angelino has 3 belts, but those are just belts that he fought and won for. That really didn't count. It was just a award. But now, this is a real fight that Angelino's fighting for. And Rivera, too. So, Angelino doesn't have any belts. He has 3 belts that he just won a competition. But now he's fighting
No,
for
he
the
didn't
world
win those
title.
belts in competition. No, because he was awarded the WBO Latino flyweight champion, and I believe the other one was the WBO International, correct? So
Oh, yes, yes. So he does have 2 belts.
He does have 2 belts he had them, Obviously, the reasons why he doesn't still possess those is because any belt you get from the commission is a mandate. I think 3 months or 6 months. But as my partner answers on that, I will fact check that the mandate that you have to have a title defense for your belts.
And then, so with those 2 comments of Edwin and Chino, I think you guys are crazy. You guys are wrong. You're gonna regret what you said. If you guys are betting money on it, if you guys are betting money on it, I think you should take out your money in the betting Rivera. Because when Rivera loses, you're gonna lose all the money you wasted and you'll become poor of it. So if you're betting money, I think you should stop talking, stop betting, and put your money in Angelino. Because Angelino, 19-0, has 2 belts. And then has another who won a competition. Angelino's gonna beat Rivera to the ground and make him bloody and make him knocked out. That he's gonna regret his career and he's gonna leave because Rivera doesn't have nothing. Angelino Cordova is a champion and the best boxer in the whole world, in my opinion. And there's another comment by Ricky Gallardo 572. He says, "Hell no, Angelino's gonna tear that ass up." And I agree with Ricky Gallardo because he's with Team Angelino. Team Angelino is gonna win, and we're gonna win and beat him. And then there's somebody else who commented, Sponge Bobby 5734. Put your house on it, he says. And what I want to say to Sponge Bobby is, put your house on nothing, Sponge Bobby. You gotta shut up because this is crazy. If you guys are
No. So let me break it down. No, you don't get it. So put your house on it is it's a betting thing. Like, yo, if you think that highly of Angelino, put your house on it. It's like, hey, put up your collateral. Go down. Let's go in on this.
Exactly.
That's what they're meaning. Like, you put your house on it. It's a betting thing. That's not something he's saying. Like, he's saying that to everybody. Like, hey, so if y'all are that confident either way, put your house on it. That's what he's commenting to the guy off the first comment.
Exactly.
And we did get you an answer. So the WBO that he had, you must defend it according to the regulations here. It looks like, according to Google, is 9 months. Heavyweight is 12 months. So that's a time frame, but I will get the more reputable answer for you guys.
Exactly. So the comment that I agree on is Ricky Gallardo.
Yeah, 9 months. 9 months is the official, just to let you all know. But that is just what the breakdown is the 9 months. But, just saying.
Exactly. I agree with Ricky Gallardo. Gallardo. His comment is great because Angelino is gonna beat Rivera and make him go down, and Rivera's gonna lose big. That undefeated record he has 7-0 is gonna be 7-1. And Angelino is gonna be 20 wins and 0 losses. Angelino's gonna tear that. And Angelino is the best thing ever. And like I'm gonna say in Spanish, if you guys understand or no, I could translate it. Vamos, Angelino, tú eres campeón. Yo te amo mucho, tú eres el mejor boxeador. Which means, Angelino Cordova, you're a champion. I love you, and you're gonna win this fight 100%. Because Angelino, he is the hurricane. In English, it's hurricane. And in Spanish, is huracán, which translates to hurricane in English. Angelino's the huracán. He's the hurricane. He's coming to Florida to tear down Florida, to go beat to tear down Puerto Rico, to beat Puerto Rico, to let know Rivera and Jake Paul and all his team don't mess with the real boxers here, like Angelino, Canelo, Crawford, and all the real boxers here. They're like, don't mess with us, Jake Paul. Don't mess with us, Rivera, because
I think we have to kind of almost stop there and kind of get ourselves out of that gray area. We're not, in no way, shape, or form is he saying Jake Paul isn't a real boxer. We are saying Jake Paul is a real boxer. We're not in no way, shape, or form saying that Jake Paul is not a real boxer. We're saying Jake Paul is a real boxer. We just wanted to clarify that because we know there are some out there that are strictly going against Jake Paul, and he's coming after them for saying he's not a real boxer. So I just want to clear that up.
True.
We are saying
that's true.
that Jake Paul is a real boxer. That's I want to clear that up before anybody decides to start sending that around. He is a real boxer.
Exactly. Yes, Jake Paul. he's suing everybody who doesn't believe he's a real boxer. And I agree on that, and I don't agree. But either way, no.
No,
I love.
yeah. I'm kind of saying I'm gonna, you can't. It goes along when we say defamation. So everybody's going and saying he's not, but he's having all these fights.
Yeah. So for
So
Jake Paul
you
suing
just
people, I think that's right because to
you got
me,
no, you got to because they're discrediting him to the commission. They're saying, hey, he's not. This guy ain't serious. This guy, but he is. He is. He is. He's ranked down. He is serious. He's coming
exactly.
after everything that you got. He wanted to fight Canelo, and he's obviously still wants to get in there with Canelo, and that's because he's serious. This is a boxer we're talking about here. May very well be, if he stays on a good path, he could be undisputed. He could, depending on how the fights go and the way things could happen. I believe anybody can be undisputed.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is, for all you people watching, I'm not saying Jake Paul's not a real fighter. I love Jake Paul. I want to buy a shirt. I have him because I'm team Jake Paul all the way. I love Jake Paul. I love what he does with boxing bullies. I love what he does with his MVP. I'm just saying that Angelino and his promotion and Angelino's team or whatever he has, Angelino is gonna be better and beat Rivera and Jake Paul's team. That's all I'm saying. But Jake Paul, he's a great boxer. He's professional, and I hope Jake Paul ends up getting the world title in the future because Jake Paul has a great time to fight. Jake Paul versus Angelino Cordova. Let's do it.
I think we got to kind of stay in what is realistic here. And I think when we talk about staying realistic, Jake Paul, I think his next fight, he's going to set it up to be world title, which would be absolutely superb. After hearing about he did not get the WBC fight due to a mandatory title challenger and reports surfacing that Don King doesn't like Jake Paul or something along those lines. But yet again, do not take us for that word on that Don King Jake Paul. I would say Google it, as I always say. But nonetheless, we do like to get at that this Angelino fight is going to be amazing.
And also remember, guys, as me personal, because I talked with Angelino, I know how Angelino had this plan months ago, with Jake Paul to be in his promotion and fight. Angelino did a video on Instagram in Spanish saying, "Oh, guys, I'm partnering up with Jake Paul," and this has been a thing for months, and now it's realistic that Jake Paul is fighting on a. I mean, fact check me. Angelino Cordova is fighting
Angelino,
on the
yes.
Jake Paul card for the main event, and Jake Paul and Angelino, as they became friends now because they're fighting the same card, it's such a great thing that Angelino gets to be in the big promotion. MVP, that's the owner is Jake Paul and another guy. Jake Paul does so much money and
We
does
will
something
fact
for
check the co-owner of MVP, but go ahead.
uh-huh. I know Jake Paul is the owner, and then the other owner, I don't know his name. They won't check it. But Angelino talked with his trainers and Jake Paul and his trainers and his and his promotion MVP. And Angelino wanted to be on his card, and then Jake Paul said, "Yes, we'll put you in the main event versus my guy." So this is why this is happening. Angelino Cordova versus Yankiel Rivera, who's part of Jake Paul's team, and now they're fighting, and that's gonna be awesome, bro. Two
Yeah, so
undefeated
the owners
fighters.
of
Whoever takes the
MVP,
belt takes it.
if we could get these owners of MVP, the owners of MVP is owned by Jake Paul and Saka Barian. We're gonna apologize in advance for butchering the second owner of MVP, but it is two guys. It is two people owning. So that I wanted to get that out there.
Exactly. This is going to be a big fight. Of course, Jake Paul has millions or how much he has by being a YouTuber, Vine, boxer, Disney, and now having his own promotion. Jake Paul's making a lot of
Yeah,
money,
but you
but
also don't
Angelina,
forget the Pauls had the HBO special, Paul American.
exactly. And now for Angelino to be fighting on Jake Paul's promotion, fighting on the card, it's awesome because Angelino's gonna make a lot of money, and that's gonna make Angelino get more better fights. Because with Jake Paul being a boxer himself, Jake Paul is gonna promote that all the way and make it go all the way great for both fighters. His fighter Rivera and Angelino also. Because they're both undefeated, they're both great boxers, and they're both undefeated and great boxers in their own careers. how Rivera does his thing, Angelino Cordova does his thing. So they're both good, but we just wanted to respond to that comment because that they're wrong. Angelino's gonna win, and let's say Angelino does lose, then you could say we were wrong. But Angelino is gonna win, and we're gonna tell you you
No,
were
I
wrong.
don't. I don't think so. I don't think so. There is no let's say if. There's no if. Angelino Cordova will go in there and take care of Yacanel. There's no if.
Angelino va a
I don't know what you're
ganar.
talking about. If there's no if, Angelino's going to take care of him. There's no if. There's no
Okay,
if.
Angelino's gonna win
There's
100%.
no
He's
if.
gonna be 20 and
No,
0.
there's no if. There's no if at all. There's no if. Angelino's going to take care of Yacanel. There's no if.
And like you guys know, I'm going to the fight with my uncle Marlon and Angelino's cousins. I'm going to the fight too. So I'm going to be recording everything. I'm going to be recording everything, talking with them behind the scenes. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff. So we're going to give you a bunch of content for the weigh-in and my channel.
That is right. We'll have not an exclusive look, but we'll have a good look from the live event and the at home. You know, we talked about we're going to get those two perspectives, but nonetheless, I really say here that it's this type of event that we look at and we say, hey, this gonna be good. This gonna be good. This gonna get good. If you're anybody that isn't, this gonna get good. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get right. Right? It's gonna get right. It's gonna get
Yeah,
right
this
in
fight,
this
this
event.
fight is going to go in the history of books. So
I
it's
mean,
going
I
to
don't
be
think it's
good.
gonna be a history book type fight, but I also think that it is not a. There's no if because I think Angelino's gonna do exactly what Rolly Romero was able to do to Ryan Garcia. I think that he's
Exactly.
gonna go in there. I think he's gonna shock them. They're gonna be shocked. Everybody's talking about MVP. What have we learned from Dangerous Daniel Gonzalez? When you're the promotion guy, that doesn't always mean you're gonna win.
Exactly.
When you're the promotions guy, that doesn't mean you're always gonna win. And as many of you don't know, we're not saying that in regards to Danny's loss. We're saying that in regards to he fought on a Rising Star Promotions card where Rising Star had their guy who I believe had not way more, but had more wins than Danny. And Danny got the shocking upset. So that's what we're referring to when we talk about Dangerous Daniel. But I think if we stick to this Yacanel, we run it back to this Yacanel Rivera, Angelino Cordova. I think that it's just hard for me to see that Yacanel Rivera comes in here and does what people think. You know, I get you want to feel passionate about your guy and that he's strong rooted, and that's great. But you have to look at where Angelino has placed himself in a gym with so many greats. I'm sorry, but Angelino all day. There's no if, there's no buts, there's no ands, there's no whats. It's gonna be
Exactly.
Angelino all day. No, it's gonna be Angelino all day. It's gonna be
Exactly.
Angelino all day.
Exactly. And for all the comments that we're answering, it's not like we don't hate you or nothing. We're just like replying to your comments. Like you can believe your guy is gonna win because here is freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want.
Oh
You
no
can
no
believe
no no no
Yakanel.
no
We're
no.
gonna
Don't
believe Angelino.
we're not
But the
crossing
real
into
thing is
that.
Angelino's
No, we're
gonna
not crossing
win.
over there. We're not crossing over there. It's freedom of speech. They can still say whatever they want. We're a podcast. We're gonna break down whatever we want at the end of the day, and we're breaking it down. That is how it's gonna be, plain, flat, simple. No and buts or ifs.
Anything could happen in the life of a boxing.
No, anything can happen. Yacanel Rivera hitting the canvas could happen.
He is gonna lose. And then he's gonna quit and go back to Puerto Rico.
Well, I don't want to say all that. I don't want to cross into that. I think we need to recant our statements in terms of that. But we do want to say this, that Angelino Cordova will do it. He will. I would like to believe he will finish. He will finish Acanel. But even if he doesn't, I still think he wins the fight. Fight ain't here yet, and I think Angelino all day.
And also I want to give some predictions. If you want to give yours, you can, but I'll give mine. For me, I think this fight is gonna be good. So I think this is gonna last the distance, and I think in the last round, Angelino's gonna knock him out
Well,
to give
that's
us a
not
good
lasting the
fight.
distance. If it lasts the distance, it's not a knockout. I would say this: 6th round knockout Angelino, right hook.
I say
Hey,
I say 12 rounds, and Angelino knocks him out in the 12th round to give us a good fight.
I say between six, 7, and 8. I really see Angelino capitalizing.
I was gonna be for real, and I was gonna say Angelino knocks him out the second and the third round, but I really want to see a full fight. So I'm saying Angelino knocks him out in the 12th
Well,
round.
no, for the sake of those comments, I want Angelino to finish him, but between the 6, 7, and 8. Don't let it go to 12. Take him out.
Exactly. So then we could go celebrate.
Oh yeah, so the celebration could continue, but but nonetheless, I do think I really do think I gotta stop doing that. You're gonna think I'm the video's ending every time because they keep saying nonetheless. But no, with all things being said, I do think Angelino. I believe full hearted that Angelino's gonna win this fight.
Exactly. Angelino's gonna win 100%. He's winning 100%, Rivera's winning 0%.
Well,
And I got my stuff for Angelino ready for the fight.
Yeah, you got your Angelino on ready. And as many know, I mean, we got quite the plethora of Angelino merchandising for us. We have quite the plethora of Angelino merchandising. The same way we have quite the stuff of podcast merchandising, which we don't wear at all, but we have it.
Exactly. We have the pleasure because we met Angelino in Parkley Boxing Academy where we used to train ourselves.
Yes. We've mentioned them multiple times on this pod that, Park Elite it's a great place.
And
it's more than that.
If you guys are there, if you also go to the fight or you watch on TV, you're also gonna see Angelino's old trainer from Parkley Box Academy, Percy Galino. He's going to the fight.
Yes, there will be a lot of the old Angelino friends there. Wow. I tell you, how in the world do we get here once again, yet another epi, man. I mean, I look at it as soon as I get up and I'm like, man, when I get the little timer on the phone, I'm like, wow, have we almost got to 40 already? Man, I always say there's not enough time in these things, man, but we try to keep them short for you guys watching at home. We try to, because, sitting down and getting an hour's worth of epi, it's a lot of work. First of all, it's a lot of work for us to sit down and record an hour, and then to edit an hour is a whole nother, like, it's just, it's a lot, but nonetheless,
exactly what I'm gonna say.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say it first in English, and then I'm gonna say it in Spanish for our Spanish viewers. But first, I'm gonna start with English. So, like I said, everybody still buy your tickets. The event is being sold out quick, but still buy your tickets for Orlando, Florida, the Royal Caribbean this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And in the Royal Caribbean, it's going to be awesome. And if you can, watch it in DAZN, because it's going to be a DAZN. And you can watch it on TV there or go in person. And now I'm going to say it in Spanish. para, para todos los que van a ver esta pelea, todavía hay tickets para que compres los tickets para la pelea, que va a ser en Orlando, Florida, en el Royal Caribbean, sábado, agosto 23. Compra los tickets antes que se vendan todos y compra el ticket para que veas en vivo a Angelino Cordova ganar. Y si no puedes ir vivo, va a estar la pelea en DAZN. En el boxeo DAZN va a estar ahí en la televisión y puedes comprar ahí para verlo. Lo puedes ver en vivo o en la televisión. El que tú quieras, cómpralos. Latino, vamos Córdoba, Venezuela, cabrones. Woo! All right, you go.
So nonetheless, I think we're in the end. All that was said, I think I'm gonna dock him for not saying his like, comment, subscribe, and share. But
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All that said, and I don't hear like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm like, man,
that's true. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notifications bell below. Every time we post Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time in the US. But if you're somewhere else, it'll be a different time.
Yes, we do try to get these up at 7 p.m., but as you all have probably already noticed by now, there has always been mistakes. Like, I will give you guys it true to the nature. One time, I do try to get these out quick. I was working fast. Video didn't post on a Thursday. It was set to schedule upload on a Friday at 7 by mistake. So then I ended up posting it Friday morning. But nonetheless, guys, even if that happens, that means the video is still coming to you at some point. Oh, he's social mediaing right now during the epi. Look at this. Look at this. He's taking pictures during the epi.
Oh, you can't even see us. Whatever.
Oh, taking pictures during the epi, man. What do you mean you
Social
can't see
media,
us?
baby.
You got to get it right. You got to get it right. If you're going to do it, do it. You're going to do the picture, do it. Got to get it right.
Wow, we love you
But
all.
nonetheless, we're in the end of the epi. This is the weigh-in by Ben Watch. Yes, not.
And Sebastian Romero, watch Angelino win.
And this is yet another episode of the Weigh-In Podcast.
Ciao, los amo mucho. I love you all.
We're able to
Bye.
get another one out there for you guys. And we're going to continue getting these epis out for you guys. And we're going to
Exactly.
focus I would say we're in the second half of the year really right now. And for us, next year is going to be all about the guests. You know, we've been getting a schedule enticed together, and it's looking pretty promising. So, next year we're going to have some more guests for you. But this year
Exactly.
was all about getting content, videos out, and working on more of the business side of things. And we have. And now, with that being said, we're in the end of this epi. We're done here. Yet another epi of the weigh-in. Well, weigh-in out.
Out.